doing, baby? What are you doing, old butterhead? Huh? Doing okay, butterhead? You're beautiful, ain't you? You're beautiful, butterhead. You're beautiful, ain't you? Yeah. You're beautiful, ain't you? You're a beautiful girl, ain't you? Oh, Biddy. Yeah. Biddy's a pretty damn good dog when the other two ain't outside. You know that? I'm gonna wait and see if anybody shows up. I've got a package I want to open up. Yeah, if anybody tunes in after the fact, I do want to have this. I'm going to open this. Maybe somebody will show up. Maybe somebody will come by. I got the other two dogs inside so that I wanted to be outside. And little big girl is bad about wanting to chase a car in and out of the driveway, but not all the way down the main or the road in front of here and then to the main road. But that dog that I've been letting stay here for the past week and a half or so, Chewy, that y'all have seen me show you, and he has a bullet one and everything. Chewy wants to bark at and chase almost, I don't know what it is about, if it's the sound or something, but certain types of trucks, he'll just hear it. Like he won't see it. He'll hear one turning over here at this side road and go in that direction, and then the rest of them want to follow. And my neighbor's dog, Buster, if he comes outside, or if he's outside and Chewy takes off, so does my two females. They want to take off and go, you know. That looks pretty cool, that effect right there that the sun's got on my eyes, don't it? I'm liking that. It's pretty cool. I see somebody's watching or trying to. I'm sitting outside, and I'm going to open up a package here in a minute of some comic books. If someone's tuning in, and you've been paying attention to a few of my, if you're from X on formerly Twitter, then you'd see that I posted the past couple of days, or I posted how I felt yesterday. I was asking people if they were feeling a little strange, and there were several people that said, "Well, I've been feeling a little down, a little melancholy, not depressed, but just I had felt a little." Let's see, how do I explain it? I felt, it's weird because for the past couple of months, I feel like things have been really going well, other than the couple of times that I fell off the wagon. But even with those few times, things have still been on the upswing for like a couple of months now. And I'm like probably about another month of not having a drink. I can't tell you exactly how many days. I don't know. I haven't kept up with it. But the past several days has been strange because I was feeling a certain way and didn't know how to explain it and didn't know why I was feeling that way. So my question to some people on X yesterday, and if there's somebody watching, I'll ask the same as, if have you felt something strange, or have you felt a little down in the past few days? I'm one that sometimes, I know that everything's based on frequencies and vibrations. Like the physical world is largely an illusion and empty space, but everything's vibrating. And certain frequencies can affect us in a negative way. They can also affect us in a positive way. And if you're just tuning in, I am going to open up a package here in a minute. I'm just trying to see if anybody's going to show up other than just, I know that somebody's trying to watch. As far as on my end, it's doing the thing that it normally does, going from 0 to 1. Like right now, and I see that you hit the like button. I appreciate that. But like a lot of times, So I know that you are there, or at least have been there for a second. And it could be that you ain't able to, maybe you're having a bad connection too. So what I was saying was, I felt these strange feelings over the past few days, and I was a little emotional yesterday. The day before yesterday, things seemed all right for the first half of the day, and then like the second half of the day, I was like very anxious and a little down, a little melancholy. Well, when I posted that yesterday, I had, like I said, there were several people that mentioned that they've had some similar feelings. One in particular, a person in the comic book community mentioned a guy named Patrick. You know, he said he's been feeling a little down and or a little down, and didn't know. And he said it was strange for him because there's really nothing going on. Just like I'm saying, I don't think I've had anything going on that I should be down about. Although I've been a little bit stressed out over the dogs, you know, that one dog wanting to chase like getting my other dogs more in the habit of chasing down to the main road and all that. So I've been a little stressed out about that and trying to figure out what okay, Bearsheath Farm, it's good to see you. Yeah, I decided to come sitting outside, man. And if you just tuned in, I don't know if you've been watching, but I was talking about, I've got two of the dogs in the trailer because there's one dog I've been taking care of that's really not mine, and it's a boy dog. He was part of the same litter as another dog I have from another, but he really belongs down the road, but he's up here. He got shot or something. People thought he was dead. He showed up here. He was looking pretty rough. So I started letting him come in a little during the day and eat a little bit. Then I found out that he is kind of housebroken unless he gets like locked in there. And I will be open. This is some comic books I ordered, and I'm gonna open that up here in a minute. I was just kind of waiting to see, kind of just wanting to see how many people might tune in. I wanted to be outside without the hassle of, and see, I love the birds. So what's happened is that boy dog, I shouldn't have took him in, but I've got a heart, and anyway, he wants to chase. There's a lot of cars that just drive by the trailer park, and he wants to chase them, and then he'll chase them out to the main road, and that's causing it to happen. My other two dogs want to do the same thing. Now, they were somewhat being aggravating with certain vehicles that would come into the trailer park or out, but it wouldn't be every time, and it wasn't them going all the way to the most busy road in front of me. So that's been and I don't think that's why I was depressed or melancholy. Anyway, so I'm just enjoying this nice day. And if you weren't here a few minutes ago, what I was sharing with everybody was, it's days like that like, I know that we've talked before, and I told you, like, for me, you know, I've had issues with alcohol, you know, and I know that you'd mentioned you really never had no kind of issue with nothing like that, you know, as far as it being something. So the past couple of days when I've been a little off, because I was wondering what was going on, why I was feeling the way I've been feeling, and I was like, is there something going on in the atmosphere? Because there can be things that go on that some people might not pay attention to, but they do affect us. That I was talking about frequencies and vibrations earlier. And like another thing I think affects my mood and stuff too, and you can call me crazy, man, but as close as I live to a cell tower, and there's two right on that road right there, like I can see them from my porch. I just don't think that since I've lived here and being that close, because I've never been quite that close to a cell tower that I knew of. Maybe in a town or a city you might be a little closer, but I'd never lived within, just down the road was a cell tower. It was usually a little distance from me. So anyway, my point being is there was one person that said they have been feeling off and they were also feeling melancholy and they couldn't place it. Another person, a friend of mine mentioned this morning, she keeps up with what's going on with the sun a lot, like solar flares and things like that. And believe it or not, people can call me crazy on that. Certain things that happen with the sun does affect our atmosphere, and then in turn it can affect our weather and also us. So I was just trying to touch base and figure out what could be going on other than, you know, but I also have felt like something's been somewhat, well, you know, that if there's an adversary that's always watching, and when I'm doing my best and I'm on a good roll, I feel like that adversary is watching, and it's not always happy that I'm on a good roll. So it's like wanting and hoping that these little things that are like shouldn't be an issue or shouldn't stress me out, trying to add more to it every day. And I hope I am not turning any way right. I am gonna like I said, I'll open this package up in a little bit. I kind of want to see. Sometimes there's a few people that there's been here. Sometimes some people that follow me, I'll tune in. Sometimes I'll be in the chat. That follow me on X, and they're in a comic book community, Comicsgate, and some of them ain't. But like I was trying to see if anybody shows up from that. I wanted to like, I didn't want to be open, have opened them, and be done with it, and then all of a sudden a person pops in the chat, and it's somebody I know from there. Especially because if they're into comics, they'll be more interested in it. But I have some people that sub to me, and whether they're into it or not, they find it interesting when I share, you know, some of the things I like. So there you go, man. That's what I'm kind of like, just letting you giving you the down low on how I've felt the past several days. And I told my friend, like yesterday, it's days like that, and it's been that way a little bit today. It's days like that those are when moments linger in my brain. Like they'll be like, you know, Great Cloud, you could get a drink. You know, you could bury some of this stupid, weird feeling. And I have to, like, so for a few days now, it's crossed my mind a couple different times, and I've pushed it away. I've resisted, and I'm just trying to follow the big kahuna's lead, you know, like, you know, I have free will, I can go do it, but I know what'll happen, you know, I know that it's just not something that it's good for me. It'll just set me back a few days, and it'll set me back in my head, and I'm already, so, you know, like odd feelings pass. We don't always have to know why we feel the way we feel. But when I was talking about the adversary, the reason I was talking about that is because another person mentioned yesterday in a comment that it's Easter. It's coming Easter, and this time of year and what it represents, there's opposing forces that are trying to gather and trying to, you know, that there's a few enemies that are not very comfortable right now because there's other people. There's a strong presence of people acknowledging the spirit, and whether that be in the Christian faith or even in some other, you know, I don't want to get all the technicality of it, but and then this time of year, a lot of traditions are celebrating different spiritual things too. Maybe not this exact weekend, but right around in this same area of the year. A lot of it has to do with the springtime too, you know. So I didn't know if I wanted to go live, guys. And then I was like, I decided I was going to go live. I set it up. I almost went live with restreams, and then I wanted to be outside, so trying to have another person on here right now, and I don't know if anybody's interested in coming on here with me anyway, not from where I was going to try to see if they might want to. A lot of people are like busy. It's Easter weekend. A lot of people probably on the road, going to family or doing whatever, you know. But I appreciate you being here. If you're still there, Bear Seat, or if I remember correctly, I think it's Levi, isn't it? Okay, guys, I don't know who's still watching or if anybody is watching that might be from the community I was talking about and that's into comic books, but I know a few guys here recently have just been interacting with me, subscribed to my channel, and a few of them have came on my streams a couple of times. I think one time you might have showed up, Bear Sheath, and I had a couple people on, and we were kind of being rowdy. And I was going to apologize, but I don't think I have to apologize for just being, you just caught us at it was a different type of stream that night, or that day. I was trying to be just, like a lot of times when I'm by myself, I'm more focused and more like, and a lot of times I'll be talking about deep stuff. Kind of like what I've been talking about today. So it makes sense to me. Somebody mentioned solar flares. That could be interfering with the atmosphere. I live next to some, I get a lot of weird ups and downs around here, more so than I think. And plus I'm isolated, secluded a lot. I'm having trouble with trying to get the more longer walks in, because I don't want these dogs following me anymore. So I got to figure out trying to put them in or do it in the morning if I want to go on a walk by myself. Leave them in, go do a long walk, come back. That's what I'm going to try to get into. And I might get a couple of cables and, like leads, and have to figure out some situation where, like, sometimes I'll keep them on that so they're not, if I could, if I'd get I thought about them, collars where if I was outside, like, it'll shock them until they figure out the place. They can be a little expensive though. So let's see here. And that's another thing. I'm just trying to, I figured when I get done with this stream, I have to let them out, the two out for a little while at some point, and then try to get them back in. Because I know when I let them out, I'm going to have a headache. And it's going to be, it might not be every single car, but there will be cars driving by that one dog's going to want to chase and make my dogs want to chase. And then there's a particular type of car that's in the trailer park right now that they love to give. And I'm just getting, it's just driving me insane. I feel like I'm complaining too much. Let's see here. Kind of excited. These didn't cost a whole lot either, and they're floppies, I think. Hey, Leslie, I'm opening up a package of some comics I ordered from a cool site I found out about, like about a week ago or something. Well, no, let me say, when did I meet? I found out about them probably like, yeah, I believe I made this order sometime early last week. Like, it hadn't took that long. Within a week, I've got them. Like, I found out about them from watching someone I follow, and is a comic book artist. He's an artist and does work for other people, or like independently. He's like an independent artist. Like, I'm really into, like, when it comes to, I think I've talked about that, and because you mentioned The Last of Us, and I know what you're talking about now, but it's based on a video game. But this is a thing called Alterna Comics. It's a guy, I think his name is Peter Samiti. I'm finding out about him. I might have seen some. I remember this comic a few years. I remember when he was kind of promoting some of the King Cryptid. It was like several years ago. At some point, I saw him on a stream with somebody, and so I was watching another YouTuber slash person from X, and they're in the comic book community, Comicsgate, and independent crowdfunding scene, and they happened to mention Alterna Comics because I mentioned I was talking about I like to find like old, like, because I hadn't been in back into comics but a few years, so I'll find like I'll find out about stuff that's older but sounds good. I can find it pretty cheap on eBay. And then, he was like, well, if you like good comics, but they're like really, they're newer comics, but they're affordable, like, a couple dollars, $2-3 a piece, like compared to most modern comics, and even a lot of graphic novels are 14-15, and then in the independent film, the crowdfunding scene, they're 25-30 bucks. But it's different. You're getting something a little more special when it's crowdfunded and independent artists and writers. So I ordered King Cryptid, and this is cool. I didn't know this, but it's got on the back. So I ordered issue 1 of King Cryptid so I could begin. And on the site, I wish I had a link and I could share it. But I didn't know. I knew this was coming in, but I didn't know I was going to have it. And it came in right before I came on live. So I was like, that'd be kind of cool. And so I've already kind of got out of the way. I don't know. You just came in here, Leslie, but I'd been talking about I've been feeling a little off, a little down, and I was resisting the past several days have just been odd to me. And I couldn't place why I felt that way. And there's some weird things going on, I think, in the atmosphere and in general, just in the world. But I think it was affecting me in some way that I didn't know. So I've already covered that part of the conversation, and then you popped in, and I was right about to just go ahead and open these up. And I was kind of waiting to see if anybody I knew that was from the comic community on X that and some of the guys from the YouTube also. Well, they all are on X. I follow them there. That's where I meet most of them. And then they have channels. And I thought, it is possible one of them might show up. I didn't share a link for a guest to come in. I just wanted to come on live because I'm outside. And also, at some point, like I've already explained all this, but I had 2 dogs on the side. I'm trying to keep, while I'm outside, I don't want to have to deal with the possibility of them barking and running after cars while I'm trying to do a live stream out here. But King Cryptid, these are black and white comics. Well, no, Lane, this is colored. I forgot. But he is a writer and artist, if I remember correctly. He created a lot of these. Now, he's put together several teams. Apparently, Alterna Comics has been around since, I think they said, 2006 or something. I don't remember. I've been on the site, of course, and I have an app where I can order this stuff from. But I'm excited. So they have an option on the site where you can order like a brand new copy, and some of them are reprints, like the 4th printing or 3rd printing and stuff, because they've been in business for a while. Or you can order like what they call you can get them signed too. Like you can say, I want it mint signed. It means probably brand new or in great condition, and it's signed. And then you can also choose, it's a reader copy. And then there's like, it goes from like $2 or like $3, like I think $2.99 or $1.99. Yeah, like $1.99 down to $1.50 to $1. And you can order like the most battered, like the most rugged copy for like $1 if you just want to read it. So I was able to get some copies of the stuff, since I'm new to it, used for a little bit cheaper, so I could see if I like them. I hope y'all are still with me there. Thanks for hitting the like button. And hey, if you're there, whoever's there, I know you are, Leslie. I think the numbers keep changing, but if you possibly have anything that y'all want to bring up, you can bring up something and mention it to me. I want to see what's going on here. This is kind of cool. Um, okay, that's King Cryptid right there. That looks pretty badass. But it's cool because you got this, and then you turn it over, and you have that, and then it's like, I was thinking, am I getting? But I see you still read it the same way. So it's just that you're getting two covers. Okay. Now this ain't the only thing I ordered. There's another series they have called Blood Realm, and it looks really cool. I got issue 1 and 2 of it. What I'm liking about this one, it is black and white with red in it. And I saw, some of the interior on the site when you look at ordering. So it's kind of got a cool feel to it. I think this is kind of like if I remember correctly, well, this is issue 1. 3 supernatural beings embark on a treacherous quest to stop a bloodthirsty general from attaining a sacred relic powerful enough to obliterate the last kingdom of men. Alterna Comics presents Blood Realm. That's going to be good, I think. And since I've ordered these, I've had several other people that are fans and know they've been following or know Peter Samedi, the guy that started Alterna Comics, and they're fans and stuff. One of them said, if you ain't already ordered Blood Realm, check it out too. And I was like, oh yeah, I got a couple of those. So I've got issue 1 and 2, and I can already tell, I think I'm going to I knew I was probably going to like it. So I'm kind of excited, like a kid right now. This is kind of a fantasy type realm, if I remember what it was described to me. You can kind of see that. And I like the use of it's not really colored, but you got the red, the black, and the white. That's a nice contrast. So those are 2, I think, reader's copies, or like, I don't remember. Now here's the one that I ordered. I read about this one, and it's just sounds awesome. So I ordered a signed copy, like newer. Let's see if this is This was originally published in 2006. This copy here is in 2017, so it is a copy. But I read about this one online, and it got I think it got some awards. It's like really renowned to be a great. It's a 4-issue series, The Chair, and it just I don't know if it tells you what it's a reading right here about it, but it's kind of like a horror, I think, mystical horror, kind of a supernatural. You can imagine what The Chair is about. So I ordered one, and it is signed. That's Peter Samedi. This one cost me a little bit. Oh, okay. Hey, ditto. Have a good day. Glad you could be here for a minute. So that's issue 1, and then I ordered. Okay, I'm gonna put this one up and not really read it and stuff because it's signed. It's in better shape, I think. Or no, they're both in good shape. But that one's signed. I paid a little more for it, like a couple more, or I think it's like $2.99 if you choose to have it signed, like mint signed. So that's I got some bags and boards in there. But I ordered another copy too, to be like a reader's copy, and there are 2 other issues I'm going to have to get. I ordered issue 2 of this, and it's a 4-issue limited series, The Chair. It's not signed. This is more of a just reader's copy. I think I paid $1.50 for it. But once again, I'm excited. So this coming next payday, I'll probably order the next 2 issues, and I'll probably order 3 issues. I'll probably order the next 2 and have them. I don't know. I'll probably get them signed too. I think I might do that because since this one's, when I read about it, it's been out for a while. It's had some a lot of talk about it, I guess, in the underground independent or comic book scene. So what I'm thinking about is getting some stuff like that, and it's not real expensive, for like my second channel, for some giveaways and stuff later this year, once the channel is a little bigger and I've started streaming over there, because I plan on streaming over there about comic books, and we might talk about movies and things like that, having some topics and stuff to go at, and have people on from the comic book community. That's where I want to focus on, that kind of stuff once we get it going. So I just kind of keep putting stuff up over there, and it's growing slowly. I saw that I gained 1 more subscriber on Greycloudy's Thoughts today, so I was glad about that. That's 89, I guess, right now. Oh, stop. What are you barking at? Okay, I was trying to put these back in the, I don't know what she's barking at, but I was putting them back in this, and I appreciate whoever showed up. I know Bear Seed Farms was here for a minute. Leslie was here, and she said she had to go, or they said they had to go. And I'm trying to see, I've been here like 32 minutes, and now we got, oh, I think there's a motorcycle coming in. So that's what I was trying to keep down, but there's still the neighbor's dogs and my other dog out that like to, and she's doing, well, I'm going to get off here. I don't know. This was all just to kind of touch base. I didn't know who might show up. Yeah, I think that's probably good enough. If I feel like it, I'll go live later, maybe inside. I got to get on to Biddy, scold her. Y'all have a good day. Until next time, Mr. Greycloud over now.